Do you have questions for me or?
Yes, yes. I prepared some questions for today's lesson.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Give them to me.
Okay. So let's move on to the first question. I often hear that it's very hard to learn Japanese for non-Japanese people. Why is the reason?
Right. I think one big thing is the kanji characters, because it's completely different than anything that we're used to, you know. We're just used to using our alphabet and that's it. And then all of a sudden there's all these kanji characters where it's like, this character means this word. We just have to memorize that entire character. And our brains aren't used to doing that. So I think that's one thing. And then I think for Japanese, the other thing is the grammar, because a lot of times the order of the grammar is reversed, right? And then not only that, but I think the way that Japanese uses like wa and ga.
Is it called particle?
Right. Yeah. The particles. Yeah. I think like the topic marking particle is what they call it. But yeah, it took me some time to get my mind to wrap around that, to understand it. Because in English, you just say like, my name is John, or we could say like, I like apples. But because Japanese is a context-based language, right? It's very context-based. So even if you say the exact same sentence, based on the context, it could have different meanings, I think. So like, for example, you could say like, Ringo wa suki desu ka? You know, like, do you like apples? And then they could say like, oh, watashi mo suki. That could mean like, I also like apples, like watashi mo ringo ga suki desu. Watashi mo suki. But it becomes shortened. It becomes watashi mo suki. But I feel like based on the context, or you know, like if you took that out of context, it could also be interpreted as like, I am also likable, right? Like watashi mo suki desu. Do you understand what I mean?
Kind of.
It's like, because technically you're saying like, ringo wa suki desu. If you translate it literally, it's like apples are likable, right?
Okay.
Right?
Now I understand.
Right. But if you say like ringo wa suki desu, it's like apples are likable. So then if someone else says watashi mo suki desu, that could mean I also like apples based on the context. Or I feel like it could also be interpreted as like, I am also likable.
Okay.
You know, like watashi mo
suki. I understand. There is not a noun in the sentence. Watashi mo ringo ga suki is
right.
A perfect sentence, but there's no apple, ringo. So I think it's pretty difficult to, understand the sentence.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, if someone says like watashi mo suki desu, yeah, exactly. Because it's all context based, right? You have to know the context in order to be able to understand what the other person is trying to say. But in English, it's not really that context based comparatively. Yeah. English is usually a lot more like you say the full sentence. You say like, I like apples, and then you say like, I also like apples. I guess we sometimes just say like, me too, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Things like that could be very confusing to me. It's makes it very difficult, I think, for English native speakers to learn Japanese because it's so context based, and a lot of times, the subject of the sentence isn't stated, you know?
Okay. I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I see. I feel like a lot of foreigners mix ha with ga.
Yeah.
私は、for example, 私はリンゴが好き and 私がリンゴが好き。Is this sentence correct? 私はリンゴが好き。The first one is correct, but I feel like the second one is not correct. 私は、do you have any example sentences?
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah, but it's really easy to mix up wa and ga.
Yeah.
And then sometimes even if it's like not technically incorrect, I feel like it's just not quite natural, right? Like the way that foreigners use it as, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, but I know exactly what you mean though. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Do you think it's difficult to, use keigo, polite expressions? Is it difficult?
Yeah, I think so. I still don't even fully understand what is technically considered to be keigo. Like, because there's like casual speak, right? Just like super casual, like taberu, you're just like, do you want to eat? Like taberu. So there's like different levels, right? Because you could say like taberu, or you could say like tabemasu ka,
食べますか
or you could say like meshiagarimasu ka, or like
Super polite.
yeah. I think this is incorrect, but like just an example of like you could say like something along the lines of like otabe ni narimasu ka or tabe o shimasu ka. Like there's just so many different ways to say it, and
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure like which of them are considered keigo. If you say like tabemasu ka, that's not necessarily keigo, right?
I feel like 食べますか sounds like a polite expression.
Right. But is it not technically keigo or is it keigo?
I think it's keigo, maybe. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but I think when I talk with like coworkers or when I talk with people in a business setting, I would say 食べますか or 召し上がりますか, but I wouldn't say 食べる to people
Right.
who are elder than me.
Yeah. So I guess my concept of keigo is just I'm always wondering like is this keigo? Like cuz I know there are ones like meshiagari maska or like when it's like super polite, I know it's keigo, but I was never sure whether or not like just saying plainly like tabemasu ka or tabemashou ka. Never really understood if that was keigo or not.
Yeah,
I just knew it's not casual. But yeah.
食べますか食べましょうか I feel like 食べましょうか sounds weird. 食べましょうか It's like, shall I eat sushi or something? Shall I do something? So it's 食べましょうか I wouldn't say that. 食べます sounds natural though.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult. Yeah. Keigo. Especially, the more advanced levels of it.
I feel like also, there are the same words, but they have different meanings. For example, hashi and hashi, chopsticks and bridge.
And bridge, yeah.
I think
Yeah. Yeah, that can also be very confusing as well. Yeah, I agree.
What sound? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say there's a lot of those too. There's a lot of cases like that, yeah.
What sound or words are difficult to pronounce when you speak Japanese?
I think for me and probably for most English speakers, native English speakers, it's probably mostly just the ra, ri, ru, re. Did I say all of them? But yeah, those ones. Because like we have the R and the L, right? We have ra and we have la, but there's the one in between, which is like ra and ra, ri, ru, re, ro, which we don't really use in English. Yeah.
I see. I feel like the same thing is true for English because when Japanese people speak English, we have a hard time pronouncing R and L.
Right. Yeah. The L's and the R's. Yeah, exactly. And I think the Japanese version of ra, ri, ru, ro, re is like right in between the R and the L. So it's like, yeah, it makes sense, I think. Yeah.
Larirurero is close to L sound, maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it sounds right in the middle. But yeah. It looks like we're out of time for today, but.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Taku. I enjoyed speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. See you.
Take care. Have a good day.
You too.